They call Felicita Perez. Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, ma'am. You're going to have to turn it to you and speak into it, okay?
Good morning.
Okay. Can you tell us your name, please?
Felicita Perez.
Okay. And, ma'am, in which city do you currently live?
Volusia County.
Okay. And what is your current occupation?
Office clerk.
Where do you work?
Lowe's.
Lowe's. The hardware store?
Yes.
Okay. In which county do you work?
Seminole County.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. How old are you? You married? Talk about your family with me, if you would.
I'm 53 years old. I'm married to a woman in Paris. We've been married for 11 years.
You're going to have to speak up, okay?
I'm 53 years old. I'm married to a woman in Paris. We've been married for 11 years. Like you said, I work at Lowe's Home Improvement. I've been there for 18 years. I'm the mother of 3 beautiful children.
How old are those kids and what are their names?
Yessenia Suarez, my older daughter. She was 28. Jonathan Suarez, now he's 30. Jesse would be 32. And Emily Suarez, she's 28 years old. And I have 7 beautiful grandkids. My 2 oldest one, Talia Otto and Michael Otto. I have my other grandson, Anthony Suarez, Isaiah Suarez, Emmanuel Mejias, Marita and Jovi Malaves.
You told us the age difference between your children. What was the age difference, or what is the age difference between your grandchildren?
The first 5 ones, which was Talia, Jocelyn, their age was between 10 and 12. They all,
The first 5 were between 10 and 12?
Yeah.
It's a tight cluster, right?
Yeah. Okay. When they made me a grandma, they gave them all, like at once. I remember, I used to say to my grandkids that, what is grandma gonna do when you guys graduate from high school? And I remember Talia always used to say, oh, well, I remember you had to go to my graduation. I said, okay, I hope they're not all the same time. But yeah, I was very happy and very proud grandma of my grandkids.
Let me ask you, where did your children live? Better question. Tell us about the relationship that existed between your children, between Yessenia and her siblings.
Yessenia has always been the older child. She always cared a lot for her siblings, Jonathan and Emily. I was always proud of her. She was like a little child with a big mind. Always wanted to do good on everything that she did. She was a role model for my other children. Always wanted the best for them, encouraged them to go to school, to get good grades, to make mommy proud.
Were they like that from the time that they were small children?
Jessie was always like that. She always wanted to shine, be good, and for me to be proud of her the same way she was doing with her children.
Did all 3 kids grow up in the same home?
Yes.
And as they started to leave your home, did they stay in the same geographic area?
Yes, we always used to stay in the same area.
Where did everybody live? Not street address, but just kind of give us a sense of it. I mean, we're all the way up in St. Augustine.
Well, my kids, they were born in different places. I moved, but once they started going to school, I became steady in a place. But, so for the last 30 years, we live in Florida, in the Altamont, Orlando area.
And did your children ultimately come to reside in that same area?
Yes, they did.
When did Jessie leave home?
Jessie left home after she graduated from high school, around 18, 19. That's when she met Michael Otto, and they left home. They came home and they lived with me for a little bit too. Talia was born under my roof.
And when was Elijah born?
Elijah,
How much further behind?
after that, they got their own place, and then that's when Elijah was born.
What's the age difference between the two grandkids?
They're only 10 months apart.
Now, she left and went away and ended up coming back to the same place where you lived in Central Florida. What about your other kids?
My other kids, they always, when they left, you mean when they left the home too?
Sure. I mean, help us figure out how close they were geographically and how they overlap.
We always together, always grow. My kids we always keep in touch where they at. They change them, but always keep in touch with mommy. Always mommy know where they were all the time. Doing good or bad, they wanted mommy to know. Of course, they always keep their little secrets, even though mommy sometimes used to find out stuff, but we always kept in touch with me and with their sister. They were together. We went together to church, everything together as a family.
Would it be fair to say that they were incredibly close to one another?
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that they were friends with one another?
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that they raised their families together?
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that some of your younger kids had children because Jessie had children?
Yeah.
Was it ultimately their goal to live their lives together for the rest of their lives?
Yes. We as a family, I was the first one that moved to Florida and from New York. And little by little, all my family came here, mother, brother, sister, everybody. So we all stay together.
How big is your family here in Central Florida? I mean, how many people live in this area?
A lot, about 100 of us.
There's about 100 of you in Central Florida? Aunts, uncles, cousins?
Yes, uncle, cousin, nephews, grandkids.
Was Yessenia close to all of these people?
Yes.
Did you do things together as a family, all of you?
Always. On Christmas, we used to get together when they were growing. It was like 50. When my dad was alive, we always used to celebrate Christmas together with all the grandkids, like 50 grandkids.
When did your parents pass?
My mom passed away 9 years ago. My father just passed away. It'll be a year next month.
Even after your mom passed, did all the grandkids still come to your father?
Yes.
Did everybody still celebrate the holidays together?
Yes.
Did all the great-grandkids come too?
Yes.
Yessenia's kids, what were their relationships like with the rest of the family?
Since I'm the youngest of my 6 brothers and sisters, the youngest and the first one that started having pretty much grandkids, they were very special to the family. They always used to enjoy having them around. They were very happy kids. Since I was a little one, they always cared for me. So always there for all of us.
And for your children and their children as well.
Yes.
Were the grandchildren always involved in the family gatherings and the events that were happening within the family?
Yes,
Did they feel loved and comforted when they were with the family?
yes,
They feel like they had a place to go,
yes,
a sense of belonging?
yes,
The same applied to your daughter, Yessenia Suarez?
yes.
During the time, October of 2013, was there anything going on in your family, any great rift, any problems that were occurring in the family, any fights or divisive behavior by any of the family members?
Yes.
Okay, and what might those have been?
October when Jessie asked me that she was going to go on a job trip. And she said, "Mommy, can you watch the kids for me?" And I did ask her, why can Luis watch them? She said, "No, I want you to watch." I said, "What's going on?" And she said, we're not doing that great, Mom." I said, "Okay, I'll watch them." So,
Well, before you go any further, aside from this problem that your daughter was having with her husband, were there any other problems in your family? Did she ever feel like she couldn't go to your family members and see them and ask for help? Did she ever feel that she wasn't loved? Did she ever feel like she didn't have a place where she belonged?
no, Jessie knew she could come to any of us, to any of my family, and told them their problem.
So there wasn't like this big fight or blow up that she had to escape from within your family?
No, Jessie would have never escaped from us. Jessie would have approached us and come to us or whatever.
How about the kids? Was there any reason for them to run away and leave their entire family behind?
No, my grandkids. No, they would never run away. The first place they would have run, it would have been to Grandma's house.
They would have come to you. That's a yes?
Yes,
In fact, you live just right around the corner.
yes, just around the corner from Jessie.
Where did you live? Is it related to her? How far away if you drive it?
2 minutes, not even. 7 houses down, just around the corner.
For an 8 and 9-year-old on a bike, they can ride their bikes there, right?
They can walk, yeah.
In fact, they rode their bikes there or walked there often, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Actually, we didn't let them walk by themselves. I used to meet them on the corner to watch them, not to leave them alone, just because we're going down in our world.
Did your daughter and her children visit your home often?
Yes, my grandkids were in my house every day.
Did you visit their home as well?
I did, even though I didn't like to go much over there. I prefer for them to come home.
Was your preference based upon your feelings for the defendant?
Yes,
Let's not make any mistake about this. You didn't particularly like him, did you?
no, I did not.
In fact, when they got married, it didn't make you happy.
No,
Was there a time that you thought he was good for the kids?
yeah,
Was there ever a time that you thought he was good for your daughter?
that's what my daughter wanted, so I had to accept it.
When did they get married?
2000, on New Year's Day, 2011, January 1st.
Did they live together before they were married?
Yes,
In which county or city did they live?
Orange County.
Was there a time that they lived in Seminole County, more specifically a time that they lived in Sanford?
Yes, they live in Seminole County too.
In 2013, they didn't live in Seminole County, though, right?
No, they live in Volusia.
Is that the house that was just around the corner from you?
Yes,
But they had previously and just recently lived in Seminole, is that right?
yes,
In fact, which county do the kids go to school in?
Seminole.
How long had they lived in Seminole County?
Almost 2 years.
So
Almost 2 years, because as soon as they got together, that they used to live in Orange County, then they went and moved. They rented a home from my brother, and they moved to Seminole County.
Shortly after they met?
Pretty much, yes,
So in this 2-year dating window,
yes,
the defendant lived in Seminole County for 2 years.
yes.
And you know that, you visited him there.
Yes.
I assume after they got married, they moved over to Deltona near you?
Yes.
Is that, okay. And how long did they live in that house?
2 years.
Of the 4 years that they had been together, though, they lived half their time in Seminole?
Yes.
You've told us a little bit about your daughter's connection to the family and your grandchildren's connection to the family. What I'd like to talk to you is about some of the things that your daughter did with her time, where she worked, where she went to school, the things that were going on in her life as we're coming closer to this 2013 date in October. Tell us a little bit about what was going on in your daughter's life, the important things that were happening for her.
My daughter, like I said, she always wanted the best for the family. So that's the reason she decided where he stay in the house while she worked and go to school and help her with the kids. Even though I always told her I couldn't watch the kids, but like I said, I respect her decisions. But there was days that Jessie wasn't happy because the things that were happening in the house.
Well, I don't even want to get there yet.
Okay.
I still want to stay focused on what she was doing with her time. Where did she work?
She worked, at one time she worked at Rollins College, but she was going to school there. Then after that, she started working on a K-9.
American K-9?
American K-9. Yes, that's what he was working. She works during the day, and at night she used to go to school. That's when,
Every day?
every day,
So she worked every day during the day, and every
And
day
she
she
go to
went to night at school. Where was she going to school?
Rollins College.
What was she working on as far as a degree?
I know it was something with HR and with administration.
Was it a bachelor's? Was it a
It was
master's?
a bachelor degree.
Okay, so she was working on going to college
Yeah.
at
yeah.
night school.
In high school, she did do enrollment.
No, night school.
I'm sorry, night school?
Night school.
Yeah,
She was
night
going to school at nights.
Yeah,
Okay.
at night, yes. She went to school at night, and that's where my help came, helping with the kids. And
How far along was she in her education at that point? In October of 13?
my daughter, she was so proud of herself that she was looking forward for that bachelor degree. Going back, I remember when she graduated from her associate, she didn't even want to go to her graduation. And I'm glad she did win, because I saw her with her gown. Because she used to say, "Mommy, soon I'll be wearing my gown with my bachelor degree." But that time never came.
Was that something she was proud of?
Yes,
How much did it mean to her?
a lot. Because for her, that was her life, and for her kids, her better future. Yes, he always wanted for me and for the family to be proud of her for everything that she did.
How close was she to achieving that bachelor degree?
In May, she would have graduated, no, December. In December, she would have graduated her bachelor degree,
December of 13 or 14?
13.
So just a few months
Yes.
from graduating. Was she doing well in school at that point?
And
Was she excited that she would graduate?
yes, he was cum laude.
Cum laude?
Yes. She was very proud of everything she was accomplishing. So do I. That's the reason she always wanted the best for the kids. And since she was little, Jessie could never get a C, because if she got a C, she cried. It's either A or B was okay, 1 or 2 B, but that's it.
How many years did she work towards this goal of graduating and getting her bachelor's degree?
It took her a little bit, just because in the beginning, when she had the kids, So the bachelor, which I think was like 6 years that it was taking Jessie a little bit. I remember telling her, Jessie, it's okay. If you be done by 30, that's okay. But 30 never came.
Yes, sir. If I may finish with the schooling stuff. Okay. Was her schooling something she would have abandoned ever?
No.
When graduation occurred in December and she wasn't there, was there still a ceremony?
Yes, Rolling College did a ceremony and gave me my daughter's diploma.
Did you walk across the stage for her?
Yes, I did.
Was your family there?
Yes.
We can probably stop now, Judge. Yeah, we can probably stop now.
All right. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our lunch break at this time. It'll be until 1:30. I want to remind you, please don't talk about the case with anyone or among yourselves. Don't do any research of any kind while you're away from the courtroom. Don't look up any words or maps or use your phone or the internet or any device to find out anything about the case. You're welcome to go to lunch together if you want to be together, but don't talk about the case, all right? See you back at 1:30 in that jury lounge at the end of the hallway. All right.